ListenYourWay.com presents highlights of the 2009 Spring High School Football Preview. This event, recorded live at Good Old Days Irish Pub and Grill in Cumming, Georgia, as part of our second annual Pro Football Draft Party, is brought to you by Andine Chevrolet, Back to Nature, Bobby Amos Waterworks, Coal Mountain Flowers, Gold Chiropractic, Graves Insurance Group, Sports Clips of Cumming, Talent Brothers Auto Parts, and Tools of the Trade. To hear additional highlights of the 2009 Spring High School Football Preview and more original shows, visit ListenYourWay.com.
Kind of walk me through a year in the life of a coach. You finish up the season. You don't have to go through the whole year, but just kind of tell me what you've been up to since the last game. You finish up the season. Then when do you start preparing for the 2009 season?
The day you get home from the last game. I honestly think so. We come home, we give our kids off until January, and we start in January, and we're working out in the mornings 4 days a week. Now, as far as the coaches getting ready, it really does. You start after the season, you start reviewing film, and you start looking at who you're going to play next year. It's really turned into a 12-month-a-year job, and we all love what we do, so I think we're all fine with that.
We're not going to interview the wives here today to see how that goes over at home, but that's okay. It's football. It's draft day, and we're celebrating football, so we're not going to worry about that. Spring practice, you got to tell us what you have planned for the guys.
We do. We're going to start this year on May the 1st, which is on a Friday, and somebody was mentioning earlier about the putting on the shoulder pads and that kind of stuff. We're going to try to get that Friday out of the way and have a good practice and start on Monday. So we'll have our spring game on Thursday, May 14th, 7:30 under the lights. We're excited. The kids have been working hard. They're coming to morning workouts, breakfast club workouts, and we're excited to strap it on. It's really a drag from January to this time. It's a grind, and it gets kind of monotonous and tough, and it's nice to go out there and put on the pads and hit some people, and we're looking forward to that.
Managing spring practice with the other spring sports, is that everything be pretty much kind of wrapped up by the time?
Well, we got a lot of things going on. Baseball, we're hoping that baseball makes the playoffs. There's really not a good time to have spring practice in high school because you're going to lose some kids at some point or the other. We tried to push it back like everybody else has to as late in May as we could. We hope our baseball team makes the playoffs. We hope we don't have those kids. We'd love for that to happen. But we just try to do the best we can with what we got and the ones that show up.
All right. Yeah, kind of walk us through. We've done this with a couple other coaches here today for the people watching at home on ListenYourWay.com who may not have seen the Bulldogs play as much as some of the other teams. Kind of the X's and O's. Tell us a little bit about your offense and a little about your defense.
Well, we're multiple on both sides. On offense, last year we played a little bit with the eye and we play with the wing and we do some things. We like to run the football. We're not a spread team. We're a wing tee, kind of based out of the wing tee, Coach. Our defense, just like South, we run a 3-3 stack, pretty aggressive attack, and we just try to do the offense that gets us a first down and the defense that tries to stop them. That's what we're trying to do.
How many guys we have coming back next year? How many do you expect?
We had about 72 sign up from 10 through 12 coming out. Hopefully they'll show up. We're going to hand out equipment next week, and hopefully we'll have that. And maybe about 30 from the 9th grade coming up, so around 100 for spring practice, which is a good number.
Graduating seniors from the 2008 season, who were some of the guys in some of the spots that you definitely know you're going to be losing a few players?
Well, we graduated 24 seniors last year, which was a huge class, and they did a great job. We lost some key spots. We lost our quarterback, Dustin Cannon, who's going to go play at LaGrange. Dustin was unique because he played about 5 positions, so we're losing about 5 players on that. We lost our offensive line. We lost 3 of our offensive linemen last year. One of those, Evan Loggins, is going to play at Carson Newman. So we got to do some things up front, and our defensive front as well. We got to replace some of those guys.
You're coming off a 5-5 campaign in 2008. You're playing a Region 6 Quad A against some of the Marist and Tuckers and some of those guys. What do you kind of look for next season?
It's a tough region. At one point there were 3 teams in our region that were ranked in the top 10. 2 teams in our region played for the state championship. We kind of turned the corner last year. We actually tied for that 4th playoff spot last year, and we got beat out in a tiebreaker. So we missed the playoffs by about 15 points. We beat Chamblee, who made it into the 4th playoff spot. So it's we got a great opportunity to come in. Marist and Tucker and Southwest DeKalb, those are the elite programs in the state. And we're just trying to go in there and compete with those guys and try to get in next year to that playoff spot.
Coach, I've given some of the other coaches a chance to talk about it. Your booster club, some of the fundraising and different things that are going on there with the Bulldogs.
Just like everybody else, we have a great parent group. We have great booster clubs. And it's just like the coaches, really, the booster clubs now, it's a year-round activity. You can't just raise money during the season or during the spring. We ask our parents to do a lot, and they really step up. And again, everything now in high school is turned into a year-round program, including the booster club and the parents.
All right, Coach. Anything I haven't asked you here? Everybody's here. We've assembled. Anything I should have asked you to let people know about Forsyth Central and the football program?
I'm sure there is. I don't know. But we just, like everybody else said, please come out and watch us. A great atmosphere. We do have some players over here. These are some of our guys over here at the table. Glad y'all came out today. And I got to introduce my daughter, Kendall, sitting over there. She said she wanted to come talk. No, she didn't really.
Don't want to get on the mic?
But we just appreciate Good Old Days having us, and we appreciate you doing this and giving us an opportunity.
Thank you, Coach. Coach Chris Bennett. Let's have a round of applause, folks. Thank you.